everyone, today I have a Temu haul. It'll be full of duplicates, knowing me, you know what I'm like. Oh my gosh, I ordered what did I order and get two of? I ordered a pair of trousers. They came, I really liked them, and then blow me, in the next parcel was another pair exactly the same. I'm a devil for doing that. So I said to them, look, I've ordered two by mistake, I want to return one. And they said, oh, just keep them. So I did. Yeah. So let's see what we have in this journaling haul. I don't know whether I might have already showed you this one already. It's a mini book of stickers, and it's 50 pieces, and they are little, like there's mushrooms, I loved the faces in it, there's like a fairy door. Yeah, I do have some printables that are a bit similar to this, like forest printables they are. It says forest fairies, but I liked like the houses and that as well, and I like the style of the girls in it. Yeah, really pretty, and they're all stickers, so pleased with that. Then I've started collecting these. These are to hold books open when you're using them. I'm looking for a book now. To hold books open when you're using them, when you're doing your pages, you know, you can use one of these to hold it open. Let me have a look. Here's a book. Put this to the side, and I do have a few of these, so I'll show you this one. Look how gorgeous that is though. Isn't it gorgeous? And it's metal. It's metal. It's not really heavy, but yeah. And what you do is you open up your book like so, and then say you wanted to work on these two pages, you do it like this, look. You pop that down there like that, and that will hold the pages open for you, and you can work on your page. That's really good, I think, isn't it? And I've ordered a few of those. I've started collecting them. These and these as well, because these are great. These will hold your page open for you like that. I usually get two of each, and I've got them in different sizes. So they're the golden hands, and I've got some rose gold hands that are a bit smaller. And then I've also got these which are tiny. These would be better on like a notebook or something. But they're like on a spring look, like that, and you open it out like that, catch your paper. I mean, it will work on here, I suppose. Yeah, they're just smaller, look. Yeah, it works fine, doesn't it? And I've got two of those. Those are the butterfly ones. So this one goes in here. I love them though, I just love it. Isn't it beautiful? It really is so beautiful, I think. Oh, I love it. And I love how beautifully presented it is too. And I mean, it was, what, about £3? I bet it wasn't even £3. I bet it wasn't even £3. Yeah. You know me and me bargains. I'd be better off just buying something expensive, wouldn't I? Of good value. I would. I'm more for quantity over quality, but I think that's gorgeous. Look how nicely presented that is. I love that. Then I've got this one, which is a rose one. So they come in a bag, look. And then in the box, no, it's not a rose, it's a blooming sunflower. But it's the same principle as the dragonfly, but this time it's a... So if I wanted, I could have one at the top and one at the bottom, couldn't I? Or I could have one on one page and one on another. Yeah, that one's a sunflower. Aren't they lovely though? They're so pretty, I think. And I love how well presented they are. Love that. I've got another set of those butterflies, look. Yeah, they're exactly the same, I think. So they'll be going to someone in Happy Mail. Yeah, little butterflies. This one is a bee. I love this bee one. Look at the bee. It's so nice. Love this bee one. So I've got the bee, the sunflower, and the dragonfly. I think there's another one, you know. I think there's a dragon one. I think, yeah. But there's the bee one. That'll be my favourite one to use, I think. I love that. Love it. And these boxes are like a bronzy colour to them. Yeah, I like that one. That one's a bit bashed up, but as it's only for me, I'm not that bothered. Next I've got these. It says Shizzy Journal Studio, a more visual design studio since 2016. And these are letters. Are they letters or the numbers? I think they're letters that, yeah, they look like steampunk, rusty looking letters, and they were, I think these were free, you know. I think these came in a one of me. I'm always getting promotions. I get them nearly every day, and yeah. I don't know if they're stickers or not, or whether you glue them on. I don't think it says that they're stickers, but yeah, I could use them to put. If I made a steampunk journal, I could write steampunk on it, couldn't I? Or journal, or somebody's name, yeah, whatever, couldn't I? Trying to work out whether they're stickers or whether they're just, no, they're not stickers. They're not stickers. They're just, you stick them on yourself, but that's okay. And then we've got the nibbles in there, which we don't need. Yeah, pleased with those. So they look like rusty old letters, but they're actually card. They're made of, you know, a nice, I won't say it's flimsy card, but it's not ever so thick. It's thin enough to glue on and look good on your journal. So that's that one. This is, these are mushrooms. I don't know why I ordered them. You know, I'm looking at things in the middle of the night and I'll be saying, oh, you can have £7 off your order. And I think, oh, that'll be good. So you order something, you get it to £7, it makes your order total go back to zero, and then you have to spend £15 to check out. Yeah, you can't just have something for free. You've got to spend at least £15. That's just the bit of paper it goes with that. The back of these are plain, and they're like they're mushrooms and like fairy homes, look. Yeah, these are like little fairy homes and that. Nice backgrounds, aren't they? You could use like just a part of it, couldn't you? You don't need to use the whole thing if you didn't want to. I could use them for postcards or for ATC cards, I think. Yeah, I think that probably was my idea, and they're probably bigger than I expected them to be, but yeah. That's those, all the different, you can see there's a little fairy on that one, look, tiny little fairy there, look. Come out of her house, she has at night, she's right in the path. Yeah, but they're all like curled up. Oh yeah, these are like the butterflies, but these are foxes. I have to say, they're not as big as I thought they were. But they're so cute, look, aren't they nice? Look how nice they are. Really cute, aren't they? And they come in a pair, so, and I think you can get them in this like old gold colour, and I think you can get them in a normal gold colour as well. I'm surprised I haven't got those, are you? Eh? You know what I'm like. So that's that set. Then I've got, this is, I can't remember what these are. These Peter Rabbit? They could be, well, they don't call it Peter Rabbit, they call it Rabbit, or they call it Fairy. It could be the fairy. Yeah, these are like the flower fairies, look. Yeah, these are cute. I do have a few of these, and these are all alphabet ones, and each one has one of the flowers of the alphabet on it. T, U, V, Q, Iris for I, pop or pansy for P, robin, ragged robin, eyes, eyebright. I've not heard of eyebright. Fuchsia, I've heard of fuchsia. Orchis, nasturtium, jasmine, columbine, mallow. They're all different flowers and they're all different letters of the alphabet, so they're really cute, aren't they? I thought they were cute. K is king cup, G is gorse, yeah, they're lovely. I really like those. Really like those. So really happy with those. Flower Fairy Diary box stickers, 45. Oh, I meant to show you this as well. These are, I got a set of 4 of these Labubu pens, and they're, well, they're Lafufu, they're not Labubu. It says Labubu on them, but they're actually Lafufu, and they're a 0.5 tip on them. And if you get them, you can't, you don't press here to open them. You have to pull this down to open them, like that. And then when they come, they've got a thing on the end, look, like that. It's like a bit of wax or a bit of plastic on the end to protect the nib. My gosh, that is a real devil to get off, that is. Oh, took me ages to get it off these 2, and I thought, well, the other 2 can flipping wait. And they are all in blue, and it's like ink, you know, like it's not a roller point, I don't know what you call it. It is like a roller ink pen. Anyway, it's nice. They're nice pens, they write well, but they are blue, they're not black. So that's those, but they're cute, aren't they? And then I got some Flower Fairy Diary box stickers. So yeah, I do like the Flower Fairies because they're in the Diary of Victorian Lady, the lady that does them. So we've got butterflies in here, we've got little fairies. These are like again, they're the Flower Fairies. So we've got, that looks like a sunflower or an aster. There's 3 of those. Yeah, there seems to be 3 of each, and then there's butterflies again, 3 of those. And there's that one. That looks like cat, what do you call it? Pussy willow, not cat, for goodness sake. And then that one looks like Kexy to me. That looks like a thistle. Yeah, all the different ones. That looks like honeysuckle. Love honeysuckle. That one looks like an aster. If I don't know what it is, I'll call it an aster. That one is definitely a sunflower. There's no flower fairies on that though. And that one is looks like a lily pad lily, doesn't it? That one again, I'm not sure, maybe an aster. You know what I'm like. And that one's another honeysuckle. So yeah, they're cute, aren't they? And they're in sort of muted autumnal colours, I thought. So that's those. They can go into the back in the box. The Flower Fairy. Now, I've been sorting out my stickers, you know, and I've got them all in a box, and they're all in their own little, I'll show you. They're all in their own little packets, but what do you do when you get something like that that's got butterflies, flowers and fairies in it? I'm not going to go through and sort them all out. I shall put it in the fairy thing because it says Flower Fairy Diary on it. Yeah, they're like, I've got them in a tub, and the tub is full of these, and I've got them in alphabetical order. Yes, I've got animals, you know, and it goes through, and you know, but what do you do when you get ones like that are mixed? What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the fairy box, that one. It'll go in the fairy thing. Then I've got these, and I do have one that's mixed stickers as well. This one is, I think it's meant to be Secret Garden. It says Garden Secret, but I think it's meant to be Secret Garden. But they are naughty on how they show you them on the thing is not how you get them. They don't look like this on the advertisement for them. Look at that, I love that frog. Look at the frog with its wings, look, and the little bird. Oh, there's a lovely fox there. Look at that fairy, she's lovely, love her. A little bunny sleeping in the lavender, look. Oh, so cute. They are nice, very nice pictures though, aren't they? Love the fairies, love those. Oh look, yeah, I wanted these for my ATCs, that's what I'm going to use these for. Love that key as well, and a little teapot. It looks like you get 2 of each. That one's got an out. Oh yeah, we've had that one, haven't we? The frog one. Yeah, we've had that one. Oh, back at the beginning. Two of them. 2 of them. 2 of them. Yeah, I'm back at the beginning again. No wonder I've got them the same. They are the same ones in Nelly. I don't know. Yeah, so that's them. They're cute. And now I've got some paper. I ordered some paper from Temu, and it's sticker paper, so I can print whatever I want onto it and cut it out, and it'll be a sticker. It's sticky on, you know, I can peel the back off it and it's sticky. I know you know what a sticker is, but crikey, we didn't have to go through all that, did we? Right, this is some drippy paint, like washi tape sticker. I use that on my ATCs, I love it. It's rainbow paint dripping down, look, love that. I've got it in a few different colours and I do use it quite a bit, so I ordered some more. And that's from, it says Duck Duck Girl on there instead of Duck Duck Goose. Then I've got, I mean, this is quite a few orders in one in here. These are, it says Victorian Tag Image Series, and they're like for putting on the front of journals or on the front of a pocket or something like that. You'll also notice I have on my mood ring. Don't ask me what it means when it's blue, but it's usually blue, mine is. So they come in different sizes. There's 30 of them. There seems to be 3 of each. There's 3 of that one. Yeah, I thought they were quite nice. I like that one. These smaller ones would be nice on a little notebook, wouldn't they? Yeah, they'd be nice on a little notebook. They'd be okay for that. That one, yeah. Yeah, cute little set there. I'm pleased with those. I do like these ones best, I think, with the more creamy colour background than with the silvery colour background. But yeah, they do look a little bit metallic, I suppose. I don't know. Anyway, they're nice. I'm pleased with those, and they would have cost me pence because I wouldn't have paid any more than pence for them. And they are stickers. You can take the back off and they'll be sticky, so that's good. That's them. And then I've got these. Of course I've ordered two of these. If anybody can wear these earrings that aren't it says they're 925 silver, the earrings, otherwise I wouldn't have ordered them because I can't wear anything that's not, you know, silver or gold or something like that, and nor can Rosie. So yeah, I don't know if Rosie would wear these. I'll show her them, she might do, but yeah, these are pretty little, like, they're lavender colour or purple colour earrings, and they're not studs, but they're ones that like go through your ear, and they can move in your ear, is what I mean, so that if you do have a bit of an allergy, you're less likely to feel it. Yeah, it does say 925 on there, I think. A cute little pair of earrings, and I ordered them twice. Don't know why. And my Wally. And then these are the tiniest little sea creatures, and look how shimmery they are. I love those octopus. Yeah, but I loved how shimmery they are. I am going to be doing a sea journal, an under the sea, you know, mermaids, fishes, that sort of thing. And I wanted some of these little tiny, and they're so shimmery they are. I love those. Really pleased with those. They look brilliant. So chuffed with them. They're going to look good, they are. And then I got these because I'm obsessed with cogs and things. I'm always buying cogs and clocks, I am. Look at these, look. Cogs. Yeah. Loads of them. I love them. I like them on my ATC cards. They fill a gap. They're good for filling a gap. They're good on a background. Yeah, and I like, especially like the ones that have got different colours on them, like that one, that heart one. Yeah, I do like the different coloured ones, and I like them because they're clear as well, so that when you peel the back off, you know, you're left with like a see-through. Looks good. I'm pleased with those. I shall be using those. They'll come in very handy. Then I've got these. These are like a gothic-y type of gothic-y look sticker. These are. So yeah, we've got her. Love that one. I thought they'd be nice for Halloween, so they'll be going in the Halloween folder. Here's like a Dracula look, like a Count Dracula figure. That's a house with eyes. And we've got a girl reading with some kind of pet, I think. That one, some strange looking houses, a girl with a megaphone, funny shop, a butterfly girl, somebody eating a steak. That's a bit of an odd one, isn't it? A pirate ship, a coffee mug and coffee, some kind of, well, she's eating a steak as well. A girl with a camera, an odd looking book with eyes. Yeah, you get the gist. Look at that, what reminds me of my little Monty, that does. Then there's that one that looks a bit like an old Jeep, somebody's house. Yeah, you get the gist. They're a bit unusual. I liked that they were unusual. Then I've got some doors, like I needed any doors, but I have got some. I like the look of these. They're cards, so they're more die cuts than normal stickers, and I liked that. They look good, don't they? I like them for covers of journals and things like that. Yeah. So I got those. I thought them two were the same, but they're not. No, they're not. And I like that on these ones you can open the doors. If you're careful, you can make it so that the doors will open. You need to bend it in the right place just here, but it will, if you do it properly, it will bend round, and you can show you. It will bend round like so, and you can open and close the doors, especially if you stick the outside down and not the actual door bit, which is what I will do. Yeah, you can. It has got a ridge there to bend, and you have to bend it round like that, and then what you would do, you would stick the frame down, so you would have to cut it along here with some or you could just take the whole thing off and put a bit of paper on the back of the doors, but the doors won't open obviously if they're stuck down. But if they're not stuck down, you'll be able to open and close them once you've bent that little bit, that bit between the frame and the door there. Yeah, that was a lot of information that you didn't really need, didn't it? But anyway, that's those. And also I'll cut out that door on the front. I can cut that out, look. It says Vintage Courtyard. Yeah, I can cut that out and use it. Look, and it's a tiny bit bigger than the ones inside. Then I got these, because these are probably my most favourite die cuts. They are the fairies with wings. I have loads of these and I love them. And every time I need to bulk my basket up to £15, I'll add a few of these just because I love them so much. So yeah, I do have a good few of those. They come in that colour, and they also come coloured, like in coloured. They're more monotone, but the other ones are quite brightly coloured. There we go, that's them. These are the brightly coloured ones. see what I mean. Green one, black and green, blue and purple. Yeah, they're all different colours, aren't they? Love these, I just love them. And then I got this because you can cut it out, and it's a dress for die cutting dresses, but I've ended up with two of these because, like I always do, I ordered the same thing twice. So you can cut your dress out with that on any card you like. You could have a different card for the bottom and a different for the top. They've got the little hanger there. Yeah, and like I say, I've got two of them now because I ordered two like a twit. I think these are the Peter Rabbit, well, they're not Peter Rabbit as such, but they are actually, they look very much like Peter Rabbit. So there's Peter with one of his sisters, there's Squirrel Nutkin, there he is under a leaf umbrella. Yeah, they're cute, cute pictures, aren't they? Very much like him. There's Jemima Puddle Duck, there's a turnip, a hole in a gate, some cabbages, a hedgehog, I don't know what it was called then, oh my twit. And there he is with some more vegetables, probably from Mr. McGregor's garden. There's a little mouse on that one. Yeah, they're cute, aren't they? I like the one with the little ducklings look, and the one in the little flower pot. So cute. Little frog there. Yeah, they're cute, cute stickers. I must stop them. Blooming stickers. And then these are little tiny coloured gems. I thought they'd look nice in my water nautical under the sea journal. Then I've got these, which are strange ones again. Let's have a look at them. So we've got a cat, we've got a witch, somebody's room with a dolly in the window, a Dracula-esque figure. This looks like a gnome reading a book, or is he eating steak? Why are they all eating steak? And then a fish chimney. What you? I don't know. Fish smoker. I'm not sure. This strange one. This one with the girls going round on the merry-go-round. That odd-looking animal. An owl. A mummy. A clownish-looking girl. I like her. A stage, I'm not sure what that is. A witch, a sad looking bunny rabbit, a bookshelf with some odd creatures on the top, a pile of books, a book with eyes, a tree with houses in it, and we're back to the beginning. I'm getting ready for Halloween with those, I think, aren't I? Looks like it, doesn't it? Then a pair of scissors, a little tiny pair of scissors. I'm going to put all my scissors into one pot, and then I can just choose which set I want. Then I want a round pot to put them all in, because I do have quite a few scissors now. Been collecting them. Then I've got another one of these. This one is a dragon, and I bought it because it reminds me of Krakow. The dragon legend where it drank all the water in it. Yeah, I love that one. So nice, and they feel nice as well. They feel metallic. They feel like they're made of metal. And then I've got this one, which I've completely forgotten about. And this one is a heart-shaped one. Yeah, so that's 5 of them I've got. I think that's probably enough for you. Then I got these, which I thought would... I'm not sure if they'll fit on an ATC card. I was hoping they would. Where is one? Another thing that came this week was the power of attorney I filled in for my mother. Oh yeah, they will fit on there, won't they? It came back today, not today, yesterday, and I've got to redo the whole thing because my mum crossed out a date and redid it, but she forgot to initial it. So it's my own fault for not checking it properly. I can't just get her to now initial it and then send it back. I've got to redo the whole thing. That's what they said, and I thought, how ridiculous. Why can't I just get her to initial it now and send it back? But they said no, because it's a legal document, you've got to redo the whole thing, including the application for fee exemption, which they'd accepted already. I've got to redo that. It's absolutely insane. These are like princess stickers. I like them because they look faceted. Just thought they were pretty. I don't have many things like princesses and fairies, so my niece Kerry is doing a fairy journal, and I thought, oh, I ought to get some, you know, fairies and princesses, so I have been getting a few. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, of course, but anyway, I've got them. That's them. And then I thought, why on earth did I order that? But when you look inside it, you'll see that it is a like retro circusy sort of backgrounds. I thought they were. This one wasn't one of the ones that was prominent on the listing, on the advertisement, but the ones that were I really liked. Like, I love that one. That'll look great on an ATC or in a circus journal, wouldn't it? Looks like there's 3 of each. Yeah, love them. Love these for circus. That one I'm not so sure of. There's a few I'm not really so sure of, but I'm sure someone will want them, will use them. Them ones are a bit, yeah, they're a bit retro, aren't they, I suppose? I think it's advertised as retro, but I thought some of them would be great in my fairy journal, so that's why I ordered them. That one, it's a bit dark, but it might make a background on an ATC card. Just because it's no good for one thing doesn't mean it won't, you know, come in handy for another. That one, you do get 3 of each. I would have that one. We've had a similar one. I do like that one. Love that one. That would be good for an Alice journal as well, wouldn't it? You'd have to put it in an Alice in Wonderland journal. Yeah, love that one. Am I going over the same ones again? No, we're not yet. Yeah, that one's good, isn't it? I like this one. 3 of them, and then we've got the blue circles and the triangle in the middle, and then back to the beginning. So yes, about a third of those I'll use, I think. And then the rest I can pass on to someone else, or I can use in a, you know, in another thing. And then I got this journal. This is it says Pharaoh notes on it. The road is long. There are mountains in our way, but we climb them a step every day. Love lift us up where we belong. It's a word from a song, isn't it? Yeah, it is actually words from a song. Yeah. Look at the insides of it now. I love it. I absolutely love it. I think, oh, I love doing that. I love going through that and, you know, writing in it and adding little bits and bobs in, little pockets and belly bands, and I think it does repeat itself by the look of it, because I'm sure, yeah, look, that page there is the same as that one there. I think it is a repetition of these pages, if I'm right. Maybe not in the same sequence, but have I missed one out? Yep, I have. It looks like they are in the same sequence as well, but I'm not worried about that. Yeah. So this is the set of pages you get. Look at that for writing on, and yeah, I really like it. I thought it would make a good like little notebook to go along with your diary, wouldn't it? Or like, what I need to do is jot down notes of what I've been doing each day to like prompt me to fit, you know, so that when I go to fill in my journal, I've got my prompts, you know, I know what I'm writing for that day. That's what I need to do with that, and I think that's what I'm going to do with it. And then the last thing I've got to show you is another journal that I got. What they do the £7 off thing. So you get £7 off. It comes on its own in a box like this with your name and address on there. And I expected it to be half that size, honestly, but when it got here, oh my God, I love it so much. It's got the, it fastens with this string like this that goes, it's actually attached to the journal. Look how they've done that there, look. That's nothing to do with how the paper's held in, because the paper's actually held in with one of these, a ring binder. And like I said, I think it was £7. I was testing my pens out there, and these are the pens that come with it. It comes with those pens, and those are they written down there. It's all the pages are black. But if you wanted to, you could stick any colour page onto it. You can glue things onto it. It comes with those round stickers, heart stickers, flower stickers. These are holders for photographs and pictures. It comes with these, which I think they're stickers. They've got to be stickers or rub-ons, haven't they? We'll have a test of that in a minute. And then there's these stencils as well. And then you get a little booklet with it. But isn't it lovely? I'm so chuffed with it. But yes, it would make a nice photo album, wouldn't it? I don't know what this is about, because that's not even in there. I suppose you could add the ribbon in there if you wanted to, but I absolutely love it, and I think you could use it as a journal, and I love all these extra bits that come with it. I need to know what these are. It doesn't actually say on it what they are. It says that they're watercolour forest vector, but it doesn't actually say. Oh, it does look like the stickers. I guess you would cut out the one you want, because it's got that clear back on it. I would say that they are stickers. Oh yeah, they are. Look, yeah. See? And that's what they call that vellum paper. I've actually got some of that vellum paper that I can print my own stickers on, and yeah, so you could stick them onto there. So that's that. I love that so much. I love it so much that I ordered two, and I thought, oh, maybe I'll give one as a gift, but I'm liable just to keep it myself because I like it so much. I love it. So yeah, that's that. My niece Kerry liked it that much. She ordered one as well. I sent her the link to it, yeah. So that's that, and it folds like that and that. It looks like leather, it's actually pleather. This bit comes all tied up in there, but you just untie it, and you have to go over the front first, round the back, and then it brings you back to the front, and you can just loop that over there a couple of times, and it is shut. You've got a little penny farthing style bike on there, and then on the spine you've got a little heart, little brass heart. Yeah, that's all been threaded through there and that, but as I say, on the inside it is the you could, like it says, you could even put your own paper in there, couldn't you? I would I think I might put pictures in it, but I think I'd write with the pens that it comes with, because they will write on the black. You could do it with a white pen. A white pen would write on the black. You could put stickers on it. You could yeah, you could just paste a piece of white paper onto it and write on that, couldn't you? I think it's a lovely journal, I do. So yes, that was my that was my Temu haul. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.